Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your hosts, Bob Petey
and John Picarillo
and Jay Schmidt.
Good evening and welcome to episode 215 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Welcome aboard, folks.
Boo. The scary guy just goes, boo. Actually, I did that to John lately and scared the living shit out of him.
Scaring people's fun.
Not according to John anymore.
Yeah, except for you're at the scaring end.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I got him. I got him better. Listen, I got him 500 times better than I was even trying. I wasn't even really trying. And, got him really good.
Older now. Like
He was angry. He was angry. He was mad. Yeah.
I was. I think I was already mad. It didn't help. I was already
Your ex-wife already had the digs in you.
I was angry as it was, just walking around. And then when somebody scares the shit out of you when you're angry, you're ready to fight.
He was just like,
Ooh, that shit's hot.
he was coming up out of the basement here, and I was just standing behind the door. So he went to shut the door, and I don't even know what I said. I went, what the fuck?
I don't even.
That's all I said. I just went, what the fuck? And he went, just all angry. I had to admit, it was fabulous and enjoyable. I know it's terrible to do that to people, but you know what? It's more fun when that happens when you're not even trying. You're trying maybe just to get a little startle. Like,
yeah.
they go, whoa. That's all I was going to ask. That's all I was looking forward to. Was just a little like, oh. But it got him good. I think those are better than the ones where you go, try to really scare people.
Yeah, subtle ones are better.
That's one thing I used to like about Halloween at work.
You used to scare people?
Oh, yeah. So frightened. I scared so many people so good. That was a lot of fun. You just walk around and find little corners to hide and wait in. And it's so busy. Somebody's coming soon. You know what I mean?
I think Jay, with the mask and the sunglasses, if he was wearing your bowler hat, would look quite excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. My it's probably the most I ever spent on a mask. It's big and ugly.
Okay.
Well, I think the first time I wore it was at your old house, and I freaked out the dog.
That's not that difficult to do.
Yeah. So that one was scary. I scared a lot of people with that one, but so was that.
He didn't get.
He scared a lot of people too. Just get creepy,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't think
I'm
you
very
scared.
creepy.
The reason why I don't think you scared the dog this morning is because you were wearing the Gene Simmons mask, and he's like, "Yeah, it's the guy from Kiss, whatever."
Yeah, I've seen that guy before.
I've seen him on the TV many times before. Yeah. That's not scaring me. Dog was used to it.
Yep, he wasn't fazed by it.
Yeah. Well, this is obviously our
Halloweeny
edition. We haven't been on in a bunch of weeks. So the last time we were here, somebody kind of brought the whole show down.
I know. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Now he won't talk to us, so. Oh. What are you going to do?
Just got my condoms, too. Right.
I know. Just got yourself safe over there.
His microphone condom.
I can lick the mic now. I've been waiting to do that.
That hasn't stopped John. But a few things are going to be changing. Unfortunately, if you listen to us as a regular podcast, you're not going to be able to anymore.
Ooh.
So we're going away. No, we're not quite going away, but we're going away from the traditional podcast forum, which we started on until John decided he wanted video. And
yeah.
we're trying to cut some costs, and that's the only cost.
That's it, right there.
Literally, that's the only cost.
Yeah.
So we're cutting it, but you will be able to see us on YouTube. YouTube channel will still be up and rolling. Every episode will be on there.
Well, this show will be on.
Yes, people listening to it on those platforms will be.
Okay, so if there's anybody out there that has a big problem with this, you have to comment quickly.
Yes, email us. Put it this way:
Emails still work.
that stuff we do is going to get a lot shorter.
We're gonna save all
Actually,
kinds of time.
that's mine's going to get a lot shorter. It's going to go from Buzzsprout, iTunes.
I don't think mine changes.
Actually, mine all goes away.
See,
Mine all goes away.
He gone.
So maybe I'll take the YouTube from Jay, because that's the only thing we're on, and he can have the Facebook and the.
I got Facebook and Instagram. Oh, and Twitter. So I got 3. Loose and Buttery on the Twitter.
Have to rehash
and
it.
Instagram, and Facebook Live.
Well, we can try a couple new ones.
Time we did a
Come up with
Facebook
a whole new.
Yeah, but he does the YouTube channel and our Facebook page. So he would do the Facebook page. You do Facebook Live, which we're almost never on. And
I know.
I can't even do it because I don't have my phones.
Channel and Facebook page.
My phones are
Tapped.
data transferring.
Data transferring.
So, yeah. When suddenly we disappear, if you listen to us on the podcast and you don't get the episode and you can't find it, or you can't find the old ones or anything.
Both you guys.
Yeah, both you guys.
Right. And make sure to tell us how this makes you feel.
Yeah.
You might persuade us.
No. Because once we do that, all our back stuff is gone. At least gone from before. Well, it'll all be gone in that form.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I have them.
Yeah.
On my computer, on my hard drive. But they'll once we shut down the Buzzsprout thing, they don't. If you don't pay, they don't.
Most of them
They
are
don't
on
play.
YouTube anyway, though, right?
A good portion of them, yeah. You have to go back to the real early ones to. And we had some really.
I don't know why it doesn't pull them up in like order. Like you don't get the latest and scroll. And it goes by 1, 2.
You do, but you
know
have
what
to go over to the my channel. I can do it because
Yeah, the channel you can do it on.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it on a channel. They come up pretty much in order.
Yeah, you have to literally go to the channel, not just in that little box that shows up on that type of thing. So, but so if you can't get a hold of us there, or can't get a hold of an episode or whatever, always revert back to the YouTube. We're keeping the YouTube rolling. It's winter time. We'll probably try to be a little bit Jay's schedule and John's schedule kind of synced, synced up again. So obviously it'll will be more and more. There'll be no more Angry Asshole episodes because the other Angry Asshole quit the band and
he gone.
So that's no more. And as we said,
some dates though.
I had some Rock Pod was going with the collie guy and the collie man.
This fucking guy.
And he disappeared on us. So
as is the circle of
Steve. The circle of Steve.
I'll see you in about 25 years.
And these are the circle of Steve. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this Steve?
Spoken like a truly unfunny alcoholic.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, what are you doing? That's my list. Stop molesting my paperwork. God damn.
I got to tell you, I think we got to do some cleaning up here now that this will be our main platform. I think we need to clean up the fucking table.
Well, everybody that we know watches the YouTube channel.
Jiggled me. Timbers.
Somebody tickling you?
Yeah. I usually watch the YouTube.
Yeah, everybody we know does.
And actually, if I listen to it, I usually listen on YouTube. So
Even Greg says he
Just 'cause
even
it's easier.
he even listens to the he
Right,
listens to
but
YouTube. He's
I'll
like
put it on YouTube in the car and just
he's like I was mowing the lawn and I just put it on there and listened to it.
Yeah.
It's just like we do have
Yep.
a free. We were on podcast stuff for free, but hey,
Nobody was using it.
yeah, nobody's using it.
I think
so
for a lot of people, it's confusing.
well,
I know people, and I know for a fact there are people that
still don't know what the
still
fuck
can't
podcast.
get to it. You know what I mean?
right. It's right.
I think the
for me, it
only
was just
reason
easier to go to
I
YouTube.
was able to is because I started listening to podcasts before we.
I still listen
Started.
to podcasts. Yeah.
Actually,
knew what
my
a
favorite.
podcast
When I told Jay if he wanted to come down and do the podcast, he's like, "Sure."
What's a podcast?
What's a podcast?
I still think it's a great way to do shows, but
Listen, if it would have been up to me, I would have gone strictly just podcast because I feel like you can do a lot more radio type things like radio theater
yeah,
without being seen. You can do that. You know what I mean? Different people doing different voices, do skits like that and everything. It's harder to do it when you do a video because then you need to have a whole different realm of. You have to shoot. You
I
can't
know.
just
Well,
sit there and do
that's
it. Stop! What the fuck is it with you?
it's like a thing I got.
It's a tick.
It is.
What do you got? A Tourette's thing going? Jesus.
I do.
Stop!
Something?
Huh?
Want something?
John's molesting me. John's molesting my paperwork.
It's kind of in my area.
Jesus, how is that your area? This is my area.
Pale ale?
Okay.
All right.
Get the hands the fuck out of my area.
So I think
bunch of
that's a
different
good
ones.
reason for us to do some more of the old stuff that we used to do, though. I
know.
think for sure.
What's the old stuff?
We used to utilize the green screen to do.
You mean the vignettes
That's right. That's
for
Yeah,
Instagram?
we've been
Yes.
talking about that. I think.
I think there's some of those are the greatest bits we
Yeah,
ever
they're-
did.
They're definitely funny. Yeah,
The outtakes were hilarious.
Yeah, that's some good shit.
the outtakes were better. Yeah, the outtakes were
ready
better
for
than
it.
anything we did.
I'm ready for that.
The beer catches.
Hey, we put
The
this
beer
fucking
catches.
table on wheels for a reason.
That is true.
But now, how far we can't get it out of the way.
Yeah. Why can't
You got to move the carpet.
No, you just move it over to there. Jesus.
They're just little itty bitty wheels. I don't think they're going to roll on that carpet very well.
Oh, they will.
You're going to break it all up.
Well, if you would attach this to the base, it'd be more movable.
Well, last time we were talking about that, we were building a whole new table.
I know, but
See how the shit changes?
yeah. But fastening this to that wouldn't take much at all.
Let me know when we're going to do this. I just had a good idea for discussion, but we haven't done that thing.
Oh, we have to do things. Oh, okay, we have to do
This
this.
thing we're not going to be doing anymore.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com on our YouTube channel and
At Loose and Buttery and on the Twitter and Instagram and Facebook Live.
yes.
And on our Facebook page at Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour, also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick.
There we go.
I think we
Yeah,
got it.
see that?
All right,
See?
okay. All right.
I just lost like half of mine, and Jay I just
I
took
lost
the
a little
YouTube.
bit of mine.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to do shit. You do the same shit.
I do the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here he goes.
Yeah, Linda will be home shortly. So
I was hoping that's why. I don't know. So, anyway, I found out some very interesting news.
About?
My
he's good.
heritage.
Oh, really? Oh, you did.
No, I didn't do the. I didn't do.
you
I didn't do the DNA thing.
Oh.
I mean, I can ballpark it anyway because
Yeah.
my mother and my father did theirs. So
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
a
they
base.
did.
Yeah, I have a basic idea what mine would be like. You know what I
Well,
mean? I'm not
Yeah.
right. I don't think. I
Well,
mean,
it's
my
still
DNA has to come from them, right?
Oh, yeah,
So
it's still neat to do.
My DNA has to come from them. Yeah,
Hopefully.
so if it was all
That's how it-
might be a big surprise.
yeah. If your mother gave birth to you and that is your birth father, yes, that's how it works, John.
Yep. So
Remember, I
Thanks
told
for
you.
correcting me. That's how I learn.
I told you how cool I thought my what is he? What are those lower unit type doctors? What are they called? The ones that do the vasectomies.
Oh, urologist?
Urologist. My urologist was very funny.
Your ballologist?
because we were talking about like the effectiveness and stuff, and He said that one of the worst things that he ever happened is he had done a vasectomy for this guy, gave the guy the green light, you know what I mean, no problem, and his wife got pregnant, so he got retested, and he was like, I hate to tell you, there's nothing wrong with you. Somebody else did.
Oh,
Not good news.
Oh, that's bad.
No.
Right after you suck on these little Chinese nuts.
So anyway, Friday night, I went to the Key Bank Hall or Key Bank Center.
Okay, yeah.
It's in Proctor's.
Downtown there, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep.
get it into it through Proctor's.
Yep.
And it was the annual Columbus Day celebration for the Sons of Italy. It's like an annual thing. But at these things, they always honor certain people. And this one was, they were honoring my father for 40 years of membership.
Oh, nice.
So, it was a nice dinner. I saw tons of people that I wasn't expecting to see. And
like when they mean they honored him, I mean like the governor was there and shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like
Holy
senators,
crap.
you said, or something.
Yeah, congressman. It was all
Wow,
good.
holy shit.
Yeah, it was really
Oh,
neat.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I forgot to tell you the rundown on the band there. We got to talk about that because there was a live band there, and it was like moderate level, you know. But anyway, there were several people that came up to talk to everybody. And normally this shit's always at the club, which is a pretty big place, but there wasn't enough room,
Yeah.
so that's why they do it at that hall. So there's a lot of people that spoke in his behalf. One of them was my Uncle Louis, because that was really an unusual situation because they lived like a town apart in Italy, but they didn't know each other in Italy. They met each other in Schenectady in high school, and they they wrestled together on the same school team, and they went to the Navy together, and they've always lived like 100 yards away. Like he lives 4 houses up, and when we lived on Pleasant Street, it was like 3 houses down from us. So it's like, he had a lot of nice things to say. Like basically, he's like my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not your uncle, like he's your father's
I call
brother.
him my uncle because he's my.
He's a family. He's your father's closest friend, which you would call.
I call him my uncle because
Yeah.
he was my godfather.
Yeah.
Is my godfather.
He's his godfather.
That's right. So he's my,
Yeah.
godfather. That's why he gets called.
Well, yeah, a lot of people, friends of the family end up being uncles and aunts that aren't related.
But coincidentally, my father's sister is married to Uncle Louis's wife, his brother.
Okay. Uncle Louie's brother-in-law.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of
There's a whole circle of life going on there.
Right. Because you got to imagine they all came here. They all, people that spoke Italian, they get together and they try to set people up. I think, I don't know if I'm correct on this, but I think Zizi Antoinette and Uncle Louis was a arranged situation.
Oh, yeah?
I think. But anyway, one of the other guys, Quadrini, my father used to work for him.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know that name if you've ever had a house built in this Schenectady. But anyway, he said this this whole story, and I'll get to it. And it was funny because like later, my father never told me this, so I was like, "Is that right?" And he's like, "I don't know. I couldn't hear anything he said because through the between my father's hearing and the way some people come through on a microphone, he's like, I don't know. I couldn't hear a thing he said. So I was talking to him the next day." And he said that the Lincoln Memorial was carved by 6 brothers, the Piccirilli. So I asked him, I said, but it's spelled different, Dad. I Googled it. He said, yeah, I know that, but because his mother was born here and moved back to Italy when she was a baby, but that gave her dual citizenship, which allowed them to come here before they were 16, her children. So that's how that all went down. So his great-great-grandfather was here, work on the railroad. It was like a fucking month to get here by boat. You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
Yeah.
So anyway, these 6, the Piccirilli carved that thing, right? So it was 6 Piccirillo brothers. But when Italians said, instead of saying Piccirillos, to do plural, right, or
Plural.
more than one,
Yeah, plural.
is Piccirilli. That's the way it was done. So it was. So my great grandfather, one of the guys that chiseled the freaking
Really?
Lincoln Memorial. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
Huh.
I thought that was
that's
a
kinda
crazy
cool.
story.
That's
Yeah,
neat. That is neat.
yeah, something.
That's cool.
There's something different every day, and it was
Yeah.
so funny. Months ahead of time, every time I was at my parents' house for lunch, didn't ever come up at dinner, but it always came up at lunch. Angela, when are you going to write the script? Write down your speech. Nope. Finally, I guess he had her write it. So she wrote it all down, and he got up there, he opened it up, and he started to read it, and before you know it, he wasn't even looking at it. And I go, Mom, is that what you wrote? She's like, no, Ed, it's nothing I wrote. He said, I got it started, and then I just kind of went with it from there. It was a good speech.
Gee, I wonder. I wonder where. Now we know where he gets it from.
Yeah.
Captain Personality over here.
Yeah, I can't help but tell the whole story. So that was pretty interesting.
You on drugs?
Woo! I gotta see if I even know if I've done this. This one here looks like a seasonal.
I guess. Yeah, I just picked it up tonight, actually.
Where did you find it?
Glenville.
This is just one of your drinkers. This isn't the
Yeah, it's just
specialty.
I just like the name.
Oh, by the way.
Halloweeny.
Oh, by the way,
because I have a connection now in Vermont.
Uh-huh.
in Vermont,
That's right. You heard me.
you Vermont.
This is Harpoon, south of Satan's Kingdom. Mm-hmm. My goodness.
South of Satan's asshole.
Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch.
What?
Now I can't remember. Foam?
Foam Brewing, yeah.
That
Supposed to be really good.
Yeah. Oh, I had a couple. He was home for Columbus Day weekend.
He
Brandon.
being your nephew.
Brandon.
John's been doing this lately. I think it's a show of old age. He just walks in and starts talking and gives no context to what he's talking about.
I just want people to follow
He just basically what he does is he holds the conversation in his head, and then by the time he gets into the living room to us, he just opens up. He just opens his mouth and it comes out. But the rest of it continues on, like if we were in his head.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's listening to me all the time. It's just you need to respond now when I say it out loud.
Every day with you is a punch in the nads.
That's right.
One of my Untapped friends goes there regularly. Yeah, Foam Brewing.
Oh yeah,
He's checked into a lot of their stuff.
delicious. They was fantastic.
Oh, delicious!
I didn't even get to all of them.
We came back through there after Renee's test. We took a big long ride up through the northern kingdom of Vermont there.
Oh yeah,
And but we had made dinner reservations stupidly because there was a lot. We passed a few breweries I wanted to stop at, but never got to.
Oh, that was
Oh, sorry. A little rusty at this.
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
the foam was good. Yeah, it's good.
Two other things we did since we've been on. A week and a half ago,
Good, right?
Yeah,
we saw the reunion of the Matt Smith Band in Saratoga.
that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Matt came back because he's re-releasing his albums and decided to do a little reunion up at Putnam Place in Saratoga.
Which is a destination we'd like to
Play. Oh
play.
yeah.
Some it's very nice
Yeah.
setup now. Yeah.
Last time I was in it was a pool hall, so I was shocked that it had changed. Of course, that was probably the 90s. So
Yeah.
There's big stage. They got these big ass comfy couches in certain areas.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty cool place and everything. It was good to see Tony and Matt and everybody. Talk to them, watch them play again.
Greg met us there.
Greg met us there.
Yeah, I saw you guys checked on a few beers there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chipped in, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, we were messing around that night. They weren't.
No.
And the other thing is coming off of the last top 10 was the burgers, right?
Oh
Yeah.
We put my burger press into action and made some homemade burgers.
Oh, fuck yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Cool.
And they were fucking delicious.
Everybody was.
They probably go to the top of burgers.
Yeah.
John,
Nice.
I just did a regular burger, but I mean, it was great that I put like lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, mayo, mustard, ketchup. It was a full thing like you get it anywhere, and it was
Special sauce.
awesome. That was the special sauce.
Nice.
I did cut up some crumbled blue cheese.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
worked it right into the
Always
burger, all in there. Oh, man, it was delicious.
Yes.
So good. But, we found little things that made a difference. Like we used the same roll, Linda and I. Did you ever toast a hard roll on a pan?
Yeah.
So just kind of like toast them that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In a pan, a little butter, and just to get them a little toasty. Kicked it up. And then even the way you cut the lettuce.
Yeah.
I told Bob about that
With a
one
shredded
experience.
lettuce.
I went to a Burger King one time. When I was playing softball, I used to have to eat on the fly because one thing I can't do is any sort of physical activity and skip food. It just doesn't work for me. I get shaky, weak, terrible. I can't do it. So I stopped at a Burger King. The worst thing I've ever seen, and from a Burger King burger, it was like somebody lopped off the end of an iceberg that had a lettuce and put it on there and then just threw a tomato on it. And when I opened it up, I was like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck?
Who trained this asshole? If I wasn't, maybe now I would bring it up there and say, what is this?
Yeah.
This isn't what I saw on TV.
Yeah.
This looks nothing like the commercial.
I that's one of my pet peeves about any kind of. Well, number one, McDonald's just tastes like crap to begin with.
It
But-
tastes pretty bad now.
Their
think.
cheeseburgers used to be you go get a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? If you're anywhere, you can get a McDonald's cheeseburger. It's still back in the day at least tasted good. Now it's like they just put a raw piece of cheese on there and shuffle it on out, and you're looking at this like, well, really? What the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, terrible. The Burger King up in Clifton Park is really excellent.
Yeah, we're starting to pick apart specific ones.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I love doing this shit. If I even think one person hears, I'm happy. You fuck me once, man, I'm going to let people know. You fuck me 3 times, I'm never coming back. I went through because I
Skip twice, going to 3 times.
Samantha gets out of work at 9:00 right over in Clifton.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up getting the hot dog.
Yeah.
Dog house.
How was that, by the way? What did you think?
It was good. The only thing was it's just I love the roll, but it's just too much bread.
Yeah.
And I should have never had a dog and the top.
Yeah, it's a
I don't
lot.
need
It's
that.
a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a huge. I wasn't sure. I'm like, am I going to have one dog?
Yeah.
Is that going to be enough?
Exactly what I was
They're
thinking.
So loaded with
It's
stuff.
got, yeah. It was delicious.
It's
though. It was
different. It's different.
And really, I mean, the hot dog is.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Because I
you eat
finished
half
it.
the dog and half the tots and then finish them up
Yeah.
later.
I finished it later,
Yeah.
and to do it, I cut the hot dog,
Yeah.
and you get like I cut the fucking hot dog is like the size of a sausage.
Big. Yeah, they're not.
It was good. I had a beer while I waited.
Yeah,
You know what I
they
mean?
got
It
a nice
wasn't that
beer
bad.
selection.
So Samantha's always hungry when she gets out of work.
Right.
So we stop at the Wendy's right across the street there, and it was the 3 of us. Bob
Yeah,
was
I
driving
drove.
actually because I think I started drinking. So Bob drove, and we go through there, and
Bob Uba.
all she ordered was chicken nuggets. That's it. We get to the window. The window opens, and I see the hand come out with a Coke.
And I'm like, didn't order that.
We didn't order Coke.
They were. It was weird because it was 9:00, and it was like they were in prime dinner mode and just having a meltdown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and because there was a line of cars too, and they were just whoever was on the cashier was having a major meltdown, and the manager was then trying to
Yeah, they had a whole
unfuck things.
right. And I think that's the problem is it didn't look like there was any authority in there. Anybody that knew what was going on. Anyway, she was like, "What did you?" We had to tell her what we ordered, and she got us the nuggets. Gave me the receipt for the nuggets.
No, she wasn't going to give a receipt.
Right, yeah.
And I smelled this was going south fast because they already charged his card for like, what, 7 something or 10 something?
$10.
Yeah, $10.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, and, okay. And I'm just like, receipt, please. And then that was a big thing because they didn't have the receipt thing in there.
It took us 20 minutes.
Yeah. So I gave him the receipt, and we drove away. I said, "You're probably going to need that because I smell something fucked up somewhere." And of course, he got charged for 2.
I
both the $10 and the other one.
My bank account online. The next day, I got charged for the nuggets and somebody else's meal. Wow. And I don't get me wrong. This isn't the they had a bad moment, because Samantha works over there. I've been hitting this place regularly.
Yeah.
And the bitch that usually is working the window was like a bitch 2 nights in a row, really just bitchy. And I was like, and I don't know what time they close.
Me while I whip this out.
It's got to be 10 probably.
What
time they close? Like, I don't feel like I'm knocking on their door.
No, the drive-through I think goes to like midnight.
Yeah, it's great.
At Wendy's.
It's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get your shit together.
John had a bad experience.
We did the wing walk downtown. That was good.
Yeah, see, you should have.
Is that good?
Good.
Should have.
was a
Well,
blast.
Chris went too, right?
Yeah.
You should have told me though. That looks like I think I
Oh,
would
it's
get
fun.
into
You
that.
would love that. Yeah.
I missed it. There was a chili one I missed too.
They
like
do a chili
Co-op
one, and they
does
do
one,
they do a chowder walk too. And
Yeah.
You actually got Chris out to do that?
Oh yeah, he's the one who got me into it.
Wow,
actually.
really?
The kid goes and everything, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody.
Kid and
It's
the
a
wife.
family game.
Yeah, it's fun. And,
Which is great.
It's a great time. Oh,
yeah.
we just go around, drink beers.
I saw it. I thought
eat
Kelly
all the wings.
posted it on
Yep.
Facebook. That's how I saw it, and I was like, "Man, that would have been a good time. I would have done
It's
that."
a
What do you-
blast.
wings?
It's definitely
We saw Jay on
recommend
Facebook again too.
it. Really?
Morgan's birthday party.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Just a Facebooking motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun. It wasn't as good as last year. Last year, I think there was a lot better wing flavors, and but this year,
How
it
much
was
is?
good.
How far is the walk?
Oh God, it's all downtown. Pretty much we walked.
Like, if
from-
you wanted to, your best start and stop, kind of. Short.
what we usually do, because you have to go to Proctor's to start. You have to go in there, check in.
Check
They give
in.
you-
Okay,
They give you
good.
They give you your
Good to know-
rating
good to
thing
know, yep.
and your sheet. You have to go start there at Proctor's. So we went to Backstage, which is behind Proctor's.
I saw that. Yeah.
And then there's another one, another place that is on the backside of Proctor's. Then we kind of just work our way this way. We ended up at Hunter's on J. So
Where's that?
on J Street.
Oh.
That's
all the
one
way.
of your favorites.
Yeah, Hunter's is great.
Speaking of one of your favorites,
So-
we were doing pretty hot and heavy with Red Front.
Yeah,
Yeah, until they they fucked us.
really.
Yeah. They had a bad Friday night. First time we ever did them on a Friday
They're
night.
busy, man, all the time.
Yeah, and we ordered order of hot wings and an order of mild, and they gave us medium and hot, and they gave us all mild. Yeah, it was like
Bob really loves those wings.
I do. That's my favorite wings
got a
now.
big heart on for them.
Should have called him bitch. He'll take care of you.
Yeah, all the way from that. We were hungry, and
No, I know, but next time you come in,
Oh.
they would take care of you.
I'll have to remember that next
Yeah.
time. It didn't turn me off from them, but it turned me off from them getting my Friday night business.
Yeah,
Yeah, their wings are too good for me to go completely.
yeah, their wings.
Their wings. Oh, those wings are just they're perfect.
I still appreciate the pizza. I like the little bit of.
I didn't sit and listen. I eat the pizza every time.
I know
got it
you
with.
do. I didn't
a matter of
say you
fact, I
didn't.
got it
I
with
didn't say you
peppers.
didn't.
My favorite. I got it with peppers, and it
Try
was
the
good.
Cobb yet?
We did not.
Oh, no, we keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, we got to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's good. It's different. I know it's different. It's good.
Yeah.
You have to like that kind of pizza too, though. But I think you would like it, being you're a fan of the Pareca style.
Oh, I love the
That
breakfast
sounds-
too. Yeah.
Sounds like a good. Yeah, we got it.
No, it sounds great. You just don't think about it.
Right.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? It just doesn't ring the bell
Yeah.
for some reason. We'll have to do it. Maybe we'll have to do it one night when we have the podcast.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get it and do that. Yeah, their wings are so good. Oh, man, I love their medium wings because they just give you that. It's not like you're dying, but it gives you a nice tingle. You know what I mean? Nice tingle, and gets your mouth just a little bit little bit warm.
And I like because they're crispy, but they're still big wings too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I
A
know.
lot of-
They're big
they do
wings.
'em crispy and
They're not too oversauced,
No.
and they're not under. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're to me they're perfect. John likes them small and crispy.
that's what kind of annoyed me about the wing walk because a few of the places weren't crispy. So right away I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, it's a lot
It's gotta be crispy for
a
me.
lot about texture for me. Definitely.
Well, that's why I like red front because it's like everything is in the middle. It's right down the middle on everything. It's not to this or it's not one way. It's everything. It's like perfect right down the middle.
Yep.
Do you remember Felicia's Roadhouse?
I don't know if I ever went there.
I can't remember who I used to go there with. We used to go on, I think it was Tuesday nights, and they had
Jody.
10-cent wings. Jody?
That's where you started with Jody.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know I must have been there with Jeff because the other thing that Felicia had
probably.
was foosball.
Probably.
So I know we played foosball there.
But it was mainly for Jody. It was Jody and Bridget.
10-cent wings, and they were like itty bitty,
Yeah, we were talking about
but
that.
they
at
were
work the
so
other day.
fucking crunchy,
10-cent
awesome,
wings.
so
Remember
good.
10-cent wings.
Yeah, where do you go now for 10-cent wings?
Some places have them.
10-cent wings. I've
Yeah.
seen like 50-cent wings, but I don't think you can get
Right.
10-cent.
Oh, okay.
I haven't
well,
seen a 10-cent wing since
10-cent
Felicia's,
right,
probably.
10-cent wings, is the
Which is
thing
gone.
that's
It burnt down.
Well, it is.
It's the
Where was
actual.
it?
Route
I remember
50
the name.
Right when you cross not Cater Us.
It's right where where Fogs is now, and you go across that little bridge.
Yeah.
Up
That
in the
place
Hills.
is on the right.
On the right, yeah.
Now
Where
it's
they
like a
sell
shed.
sheds.
Now it's a shed place. Yeah, that used to be Felicia's.
Sheds.
Yep.
You know who
Yeah.
used to be there, I think? And she works at Fogs. Aren't you your cousin?
Melissa Norton.
Melissa.
My
Aren't you?
cousin. No.
Somebody's related. Somebody was related. Who's.
Not everybody is Jay's cousin, just Kenny, okay? Whenever it comes to this, isn't that Jay's cousin?
No, there was another.
My cousin screwed me over for her. That was what.
I knew. See, I knew something was going on.
Oh, she works at Fogs now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I bought my car there. When I bought my car, she was working there. It's the last time I saw her.
That's funny.
Yep. It's what's really even funnier is I remember talking to her for a little
She's
bit.
somebody's cousin.
And poor John's.
Probably.
No, I think I'm really confused because like she had a cousin.
Yeah, her cousin was Shannon.
Yeah.
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 Shannon.
Yeah. But she didn't go to Niskiuna.
Shannon who?
She went to.
Hot. I remember.
Yeah, she had black hair.
Yeah.
I kind of remember this.
Yeah, I remember.
She went to Shen.
Right.
To
Yeah.
drive her home all the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
I remember. I remember that shit.
They lived in some freaking huge house out there.
Oh yeah. See, I remember. There's a lot of
Shannon, I can't remember her last name.
No, I could never do that. I could never get the last name. Shannon, that's good though. That's pretty good. We hung out quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I think not Shannon, but Melissa used to go to Felicia's. It must be right in her. That's her stomping ground, I guess, over there.
Her stomping ground?
Yeah.
Stomp.
Anyway, when I was talking to her, poor John's, which was right across the street, was for sale. And I'm always looking for a business adventure.
Yep.
And I was telling her, like, hey, what do you think about that place? It's reasonably priced. And she's like, the only thing that's good for is being torn down. And what was it, 6 months later? And they did.
Torn down.
They tore it down.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Oh my Lord. This is going to be like a 3-hour podcast.
This is what happens.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's podcast at gmail.com, on our YouTube channel, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram and Facebook Live.
And on our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour, also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick. Oh, that was smooth.
and go to 151online.com for all your rock and roll needs. Welcome our new. I'm getting there. Interrupt us. Shut up! I was going to introduce our new bass player, John Campana, I believe is his name.
Don't say it with a question. I haven't figured it out for sure either.
And we are playing at the Heritage and Colony on 11/27, the night before Thanksgiving. And we also have a date somewhere in January at some place in Averill Park. Go, I'm sure it's on our website.
Well, one was on
have the deets
one's on
on it.
Facebook. I just saw the one on
That's the one for Thanksgiving up at the Heritage.
the Heritage.
Yeah. And we have one in January. Go to our thing, Greg. Make sure that happens.
No,
You're right, Greg. Thanks for correcting me. That's how I learn.
We're gonna have a busy season.
Yeah, it seems like we got some more middling around to nail down. So John's got one to do.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's exciting.
Yep.
New blood.
Yeah.
A little bit more excitement again. It's a reboot. You know what I mean? I'm nervously anxious and excited at the same time to play out with the electrics. I've never done it, and I want to see.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
That's what the plan is.
So it's,
Well,
it's a smaller place, so
Yeah.
We're preparing for that.
it's just easier.
It is
Both.
easy.
Both.
It's everything.
Both.
We have
Yeah.
more control.
We're going to try a little bit more volume control with it. But, I mean, if we get a gig that we can play outside or a bigger place, definitely we're back to the regular drums as much as we can. You know, it'll be a shift back and forth.
Neat.
But if we want in Saratoga, which we do, we got to be able to chisel down volume and space.
Uh-huh.
And that kit over there
does
does
it.
that. Yep.
That's cool.
That does do that. Oh, yeah.
Chilling with Jay's Brew. Chilling with Jay's Brew.
We're going to do a Jay's Brew and a top 10.
Chilling with Jay's Brew.
That's what we always do.
What the fuck?
This is going to be like an hour-long,
What the fuck?
2-hour podcast.
Big one. What the fuck? It's actually silly. That's my daughter and my favorite saying now.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's what me and him do all the time. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
You've seen that one with the bird, right?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. What was it? Okay, go ahead.
What's it? Okay, go ahead.
By Night Shift Brewing.
Wow.
Boston.
We haven't had a big bottle from them.
No, never.
Never.
And this is kind of a specialty one that I was pleasantly surprised to see around here.
I got my fingers crossed for a little freaky deaky.
Appropriate for the night, I think. Darkling is the name of it. It's an imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels and Short Path Distillery apple brandy barrels. So aged imperial, and it comes in at 12.9%.
Oh, that's just dandy.
What is it? What was it again?
12.9%.
Oh.
No more for me, thanks. I'm driving.
It's been sitting in my little cellar for a little while.
Your beer cellar?
Got this over the got this over the summer, actually. Well, towards the end of summer. I was happy to see it around.
Look at
here.
that,
It
Club
was kind of
Super
a
Sex.
rarity.
Club Super
It's back. It wasn't on there
It
when
is
I
back,
checked it.
yeah. I might as well use it, right? Because we don't have a homebrew studio.
Welcome to Club
See, no, I
Super
looked up how to
Sex.
add that, and I
Sex.
added it, and it still doesn't show up, so I don't get it.
See, I'm upset about
weird.
that.
John's upset.
It should be really easy.
It's floating around there someplace
Don't touch
in
my paper.
cyberspace.
Don't touch my paper. That's what
Club
she
Super
said.
Sex. It says strip club. There's got to be something around here that we're missing. I bet you it is on the Air Force Base, and we're missing out because
You know, it was real funny.
We're not
Our new
military
bass
personnel.
Our new bass player got lost and got freaked out because his GPS brought him in. He didn't see the right and was just going to go into the Air Force
He
Base.
thought we were fucking.
He thought we were fucking with him.
He's like, I saw the airplane. I was like, you motherfuckers. They got me good. They put me in an airport.
Is he from around here or
Brunswick.
Brunswick?
We got people
He's
from
got a
all
bit-
over the place.
Bit of a hike for him, huh?
Greg comes from Delmore.
Chris comes from Voorheesville. That's how you're supposed to say it.
Oh.
That's what they told me anyway. Voorheesville. That's what they say. I don't know. Somebody told me that.
Who?
I don't know. Jay, you're pretty good at directions.
We know John is not.
Right. Well, I got to get you. I got to tell you.
John, where'd you get lost? Arbor Hill.
Samantha was driving both on the way there and on the way back, and she saw the signs, and she's like, "Oh boy, we should call Bob right now."
I told him the story that before cell phones and GPS and stuff, whenever we'd go, the one time in particular, remember we left the Latham Circle Mall? Because I was with you and I think Kenny and Jeff or something. Or maybe it was me, you, and Jeff. And him and Julie were in his car, and we left there to go up the north way, and he got all confused and ended up in Arbor Hill. And then he did it again. He did it like 2 more times, and that became the running joke of John got lost. Where'd he go? Arbor Hill.
Ooh, this is no longer in production.
Yeah, it probably isn't. They only do it like once a year.
It's like a spooky door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You almost had
This
it.
was in 2017. No, this was 2019. Yeah, this is bottled 2019, so that's incorrect.
Should we go with it, or we have to put a new one in?
I'm gonna put a new one.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Darkly night shift. There it is.
Oh, I was about to take a big swill of that.
Yeah, it's yearly
to wait.
release.
You have to wait.
The colors first.
Black.
Wait, you found it?
Light does not show.
What'd you put in there?
Type in Darkling in the search.
What?
Let's type in Darkling.
Darkwing Duck.
Darkling.
Darkwing Duck.
It's Night Shift Brewing. There you go.
Darkling?
Yeah, Darkling.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a yearly release. So.
Okay.
That's it.
Darkling Duck.
So the color is beautiful. It's blick.
Blick. Motor oil.
Did I say it was going
does
to
not
be
go
blick?
through.
I told you it was going to be blick.
Blick.
Aroma, definitely get fruit. I do anyway. My sinuses are kind of screwy, but you're getting the fruit. I get a fruit.
Is there any chocolate in there?
I don't know. This is probably chocolate malts, I'm sure. But it was distilled in apple brandy barrels, so that's where I'm getting the
fruit.
Ah, yes,
apple-
of course.
apple
Okay,
brandy.
now, yeah, I'm trying to
Apple
put all that.
brandy.
Yep.
You getting that or no?
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
totally following you now.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out why I was gonna get any fruit, and then you were saying about the apple barrels.
Yeah, apple barrel brandy.
makes sense.
Apple brandy barrel.
Say that 5 times fast.
barrels.
Especially after you drink that. Apple barrels, berry bambles.
Ooh,
Ew. Yeah.
different.
Rich.
Yeah. Boozy.
Smooth.
Ooh, definitely burns a little.
Ooh.
A little bit of boozy burn there at the end.
I've had a heartburn all day, so I can't I'm not judge on that one. Oh, vanilla is an option. Is that in there?
A little. I mean, I guess a little. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess I get a little vanilla at first, but the booze takes over for me.
Yeah,
The booze.
it's boozy.
It's definitely boozy. It's a sipper.
It's a sipper.
So, color's a 5. Aroma, I like the aroma. I'm going a 5 on the aroma. Flavor, knock that down. I think they're probably like 4. It's not my favorite.
Usually when they
A
come
little
out
bit of a burn.
black like that, you guys all go 5.
Yeah, I do, but it's got a little bit too much burn for me. I would like it to be a little more mellow.
Yeah.
Um,
The boozy's there.
yeah.
My tongue's
So I got 5, 5, 4.
starting to not work.
Drink it, and therefore kicks back the drinkability to a 4 for me too, because I gotta go slow.
Yeah, I'm going slower than you.
I'm trying. It's not undrinkable. But
No,
it's not
I'm going to drink it all.
Not smooth. It's not smooth.
No, I'm going to drink it all.
And brewery size and location, it's Everett, Massachusetts, just outside of Boston. So
And they make a lot of great
small
beer.
brewery.
They
and
make
I
a lot
wish
of
we
great
could get more
Yeah.
around here because they make some great freaking beers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy, and I actually had another one. Swill is around. Actually, Glenville had it. Swill is another one of their IPAs that just came around, which I never saw. Actually, I love their Hefeweizen Firth.
Oh, I love a Hefeweizen.
One of my favorite Hefeweizens.
Hefeweizen.
Their Oktoberfest was good too. But
I'm a big fan of the Hefeweizen.
Location for Hefeweizen. So what are we doing here?
We got to get brewing is what we got to do. I got hops up the wazoo.
I know you got a lot of hops. I know.
He's very hoppy.
5 plus 4
Hopzilla.
plus 4.5.
I think you're at 4.5.
Do you get hops at Easter time?
I do.
Yep, 4.5.
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot.
Overall, will be a 4.5.
4.5?
Brew scale or rating scale, whatever we call it. The Jay's Brew rating scale.
Jay's Brew sliding rating scale.
4.5.
That was a delicious photo. Look at that. It's beautiful.
See, Club Super 6 is not coming up on mine.
It's not. No, that's fucked up. See, look. Oops. See, it's the
No,
first thing.
I believe you. Oh, it comes up there. Oh, I see. Mine's not. Location.
And honestly, I can't find anything under the location that's a good representation.
No.
Bob, let me tell you. Here are my options. Club Super Sex is number 1. New Panda, Pizza Hut Express. That must be the Target one I was telling you about.
There's a Woodhaven viewpoint.
Foods and Frostings Bakery and Catering. The Glass Tavern. You know where that is. Market 32. New China. Duncan. Oh, there's Woodhaven Glenville Point.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the one I put.
I could choose Stratton Air National Guard Base.
That's what I usually go with.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think the Woodhaven Glenville Point.
That's what I just put in for this one. Yeah.
I think that's the best choice. Glenville, New York.
Glenville, New York.
Did you know you're on the point?
No, you're not on the point.
It says Woodhaven Glenville Point.
But technically, viewpoint is the new section because there's a sign there.
Point means view.
Viewpoint. No, it's what it's called.
Oh,
yeah.
It's called. Where is it? Where's the sign?
It's right when you go out when you go down to your out by the Air National Guard.
You always point funny, like. Air National Guard's over there.
Funny.
No, it's not. That's the front of the house.
That's the front of the house. Air National Guard.
Yeah, that's what I pointed at.
So you said that's the point?
Right, yeah. No, there's no fucking point.
You just told me there's a sign that says the point.
Axel makes my dick it.
He said point view. He said that.
Jay knows what I'm talking about.
There's a sign that says
viewpoint. Viewpoint.
Right. Where's that sign?
It's right by the last house. By the last house before you enter the new part.
New part.
There is a big sign on the right side that says.
Well, that's goddamn close. That's the closest thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, no, the closest thing is the Woodhaven.
No.
Technically, you're in Woodhaven.
That's what it took. Slash.
I know. I'm not.
Slash.
But technically, you're.
Slash is here?
Slash?
Right there. Slash Glenview Point. That's balls on right there. You must have made that one.
No, I did.
No?
I told you I made the studio, but for some reason it won't show up. I don't know.
What's this? Hop Avenger IPA.
Did you because you didn't make it here? They didn't mark it as here.
I don't know. I'll show you after. I did it on. You're supposed to do it on Yelp, I guess. So I did it.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you after I did it.
Maybe it took your location off of your phone where you did it.
Maybe.
So maybe your house is the studio now.
No, because it asked for the GPS'd. I put the address in. So it was strange. I don't know. Maybe it has to be verified. That's the only thing I'm hearing about. I don't know.
So they verify Club Super Sex?
Apparently.
I know. I don't know where that is.
Does it have an address?
Let's find out.
No?
No.
Doesn't show an address on Club Super Sex?
No.
Oh. We got to put it in the old Google machine.
Yeah, Google it.
Google.
All right, one more time.
Great beer, by the way.
Yes.
What is it?
It was good. It's good. Darkling by Night Shift Brewing.
Darkwing Duck.
Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrel. Oh, yeah.
Where is it? Hold on.
Yes, Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels and Short Path Distillery apple brandy barrels.
Ooh,
so
slick.
double aged.
Double aged.
I know it's a popular beer. And it's very good. I don't know that I would go out of my way to get it. I'm glad that it came here.
Yes, me too.
It's a good try.
Yeah, it is.
It's like when you see
Appropriate for Halloween.
when you see a trailer for a movie and you're like, that would be a good rental.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking though? Say you bought that all by.
What'll that asshole think of next?
Say you bought that, you got to drink it all by yourself.
No. That's why it's been sitting in my cellar, because I've been waiting to bring it here.
Yeah. I was gonna say you don't want to buy one of those and drink it yourself.
Well, sometimes I have to. these things happen.
Sometimes I have to. Sometimes it crawls out of the basement. I sit on it and I call it the stranger.
In the interest of clearing space out of the fridge.
Jay calls it
just for beer.
No, I don't, but I will.
I was gonna say,
as soon as Renee gets back to work, that's a priority, because
Yeah.
we've been getting very angry about my beer space.
I'm sure.
Jay calls
You
it
don't have
the
to
stranger.
Once she gets back to...
At my parents' house, we got 3 refrigerators and 3 freezers. Yeah.
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
my
it
little
will be.
guy from the apartment is now in full use. My dad
Oh, yeah?
lowers the temperature on it and keeps green tomatoes in there, and they magically turn red, and we eat tomatoes all winter.
Oh.
I got 2 tomatoes I got to eat tomorrow for lunch up there from your father.
And then the freezer of that refrigerator is full of hops. It's full.
Oh, that's your hop.
You showed me your pictures
my-
last time.
That's your hop freezer.
Hop freezer.
The
John goes, so they're getting rid of this little college type fridge and everything. And John's like, we should bring it down in the studio. And I'm like, oh, but the big fucking one right there doesn't mean.
I just hooked it up. We got water and ice on this one now.
Oh, nice.
Jackpot.
Nice.
Because the water and ice don't work on the one upstairs in the kitchen.
So if you need to refresh your ice supply there, we got an
all
ice
right.
maker running over here.
We have
So
ice.
you're getting rid of a little fridge? Or you got rid of it?
My parents.
Hey,
There's
Don.
one
Oh, it's
cube
a little
one.
tiny one?
Yeah, like college fridge.
that
too small.
seriously,
Yeah.
my sister
Oh,
brought.
You
to
probably couldn't
Siena
even put that
College.
in there.
Hold much beer.
Right. And then the neighbors are taking the next step up, which is about this one.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I was just telling Bob about, I brought it from my apartment. I used to keep it on the back porch.
Yeah.
We used to shut it down in the winter. But all
Jane, no, it was the fridge in the basement at the other house that he had.
yeah.
That
yeah.
white fridge,
yeah.
remember?
Remember the refrigerator in the basement?
Oh, yeah.
That
Okay.
one. That's
All
the one.
right.
Yeah. Now I brought that to my parents. Now my dad loves it. He's using
It's
it.
not. I don't think it's a full size
No.
fridge. It's just slightly
Yeah.
shy.
Right. It's
Slightly shy.
it's the
It's
closest-
slightly shy.
It's the closest to a regular size fridge that's not. I've seen. And it's
the
super
closest
easy
to
to
a regular size
move.
fridge
You know what
that's
I mean?
not.
Yeah. It's super easy to move. It still has a good amount of space for storage. It's
Okay.
a good. It was a good buy for me. I got it from my buddy. Had it in the
Chilling
second
with
unit.
Jay's Brew. Chilling with Jay's Brew. Chilling with Jay's Brew.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power.
Sphincter says what?
You're gonna have to do the horse chores, because I'm broken.
Fine, what do I have to do?
Well, you have to brush the horse's coat and mane, water and feed it, and then give it a full release.
A what?
You know, give it a happy photo finish.
Huh?
Take the glue out of the factory. Spank his front butt, grant him a bone loan.
Oh! Oh, no, you're kidding!
No, sir, I am not. I am stabling a champion racehorse. A full release ensures a rejuvenative rest and promotes a winning attitude. Stan, if you want to keep your SUV, your house, and your wife, you'll do it.
Ah, fuck you. All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com and on our YouTube channel or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram and Facebook Live.
And on our Facebook page at Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick.
and go to 151 online for all your rock and roll needs.
And for updating games.
Jesus Christ.
Spoken like a truly unfunny alcoholic.
Go to 151 online for all your rock and roll needs. Check out our calendar. We're playing. Our next gig is at the Heritage in Colony on November 27th, the night before Thanksgiving, which everybody goes out on, so you must go too and go to the Heritage. Check us out. I believe we're playing 8 to 12. Must go. And we get some gigs in January, and they're dropping now left and right.
That's right.
You can come check us out with our new bass player,
John.
See? We have 2 Johns.
I was thinking
2 Johns don't make it right.
way back when we had Bob number 2.
Yeah, 2 Bobs didn't make it right either.
We would have had 2 Bobs and 2 Johns and a Greg. That's where we'd be.
That would have been our new name. 2 Bobs, 2 Johns, and a Greg. And a Greg. And now...
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to
With
Bob and John.
And Jay. Don't you ever write on me.
It's not. Yes, obviously we have a spooky top 10. And the top 10 will be... What is the top 10? Top 10 creepy or scariest characters. Which, in my mind, didn't mean movies or TV. It meant anything.
Yeah. Pretty wide open.
Books. Earth book. Who wants to go first? Seeing it's All Hallows Eve.
Love what you've done with the place.
Love what we've done with it.
Oh, I know. We got a nice background for the Halloweeny spirit.
You're a dick. You didn't. You make me do more work, but you didn't even go get Gene's hat. You didn't get Gene's fucking hat.
You should have thought about that before.
I did, right when Jay was hitting the record button on the video camera.
Well, that doesn't do us any good here on this show, does it?
Not one fucking bit. Just for that, you can go first, asshole.
You can tickle my ass with a feather if I can say so myself.
You have no idea what the...
What was this? 12.9?
It makes me feel good.
Go first.
I took Freddy Krueger because he's not really scary to me. He's kind of funny.
I tried to... When the girls were
but
little...
I've seen those, so...
When the girls were little, I tried to go through all of the horror movies when I thought they were, age appropriate. When they wanted a good scare.
Yeah. Samantha loves that shit. I just don't.
Friday the 13th, no problem. They were scared. Halloween, still the best. Halloween's probably the best horror movie ever. The original Halloween. Went through a whole bunch of other ones, got to Freddy Krueger, and they were like partway through the first one. It's just like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's more funny, right?
Yeah.
This is silly.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that one didn't work.
Yeah, no. So it wasn't my most frightening character, but quite a reputation.
Felt like it tried too hard.
Well, no, a lot of people will know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
He was famous.
That's because they made like 300 Freddy.
But he was
Friday
definitely
the 13th movies.
Yeah, he was definitely not the scariest. And hey, being an Alice Cooper fan, Freddy got in on a video. I think.
No, that was Dokken.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Dream Warriors, I think.
But Alice
did
a
Friday. No, he just did Welcome to My Nightmare.
Right.
That was his own thing in the 70s, way before Freddy.
Got used though, didn't it?
No.
Oh.
You're right, Greg. Thanks for correcting me. That's how I learn.
Okay, so Freddy was funny. Go ahead.
Jay, you're number 10.
I'm going with, I saw this put a couple ways. Bruce the Shark from Jaws.
He was scary.
Yeah. Oh,
fucking Jaws?
Jaws.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bruce?
The shark.
The shark.
The shark's name was Bruce.
I guess it was called Bruce the Shark.
I think that's what Spielberg called it and stuff.
think that's what they called.
Probably instead of saying the shark
Yeah.
all the time, they just gave it a name.
Jaws.
Oh.
You didn't think Jaws was scary? Fuck! I didn't want to go into fucking any kind of water for like years after I saw that.
That I could say that was one of the ones that definitely traumatized me as a child.
Oh yeah.
I'll call it literally traumatizing.
Yeah, Jaws always fucked me up.
Yeah.
And then you get in the water like you get in the lake and you fall off your skis or something and somebody goes dun
Yeah. Yep.
That was like always freaked
I
me
do
out.
have
I agree with you.
Slight concern about being in the ocean. Because sure, there's a lot of big animals out there. But I don't know, Jaws.
A lot of big animals in Sacandaga too.
I know there are.
A lot of big animals just wandering around the streets.
That's what scares me about I'm looking into entrepreneurship. And a good one is I'm certified diver. But I've heard a lot of stories about these guys down there doing stuff, and they're like, I just saw the biggest fish in my entire life right in front of my face.
Shit, I forgot to bring that damn. Well, yeah, and one time held the record for a largest northern pike.
Northerns are big fish.
And I forgot to bring that documentary for you again.
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
I know. I
What,
fucking
Sacandaga?
forgot.
Yeah.
That's such a good. Yeah, you got to. You'd love it.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I forgot it again.
You're a media
Sitting
guy.
on me.
Yeah, I just like history. I like historical things.
Great history.
Yeah,
That's a great-
absolutely.
yeah, that's a good one.
My number 10 is Jason, Friday the 13th.
Yes.
You know, the only thing I think the problem was that is after a while the scare factor kind of went out of it, but definitely when I was a kid, like the first couple was like holy shit, you know, but then after like
you know what I think killed it? It was so popular of a Halloween costume. Then it wasn't.
well,
you
I
saw
think
the
a bazillion
mask all
movies.
over.
I think a bazillion movies too kind of killed it. Like the first one's really good.
Yeah,
It's really done well. It's really good.
And nobody was wearing hockey masks.
He didn't have a hockey mask in the first one. He had the burlap bag over his head.
Oh, yeah, nasty.
Yeah. So it really wasn't until the second and third one. And by the time you got after that one,
The only reason I
was
seen
bleh.
most of those is because of you.
I think we went on a road trip in middle school or something and down that road, didn't we?
Yeah. Yep.
You're number 9, John.
Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter.
Lecter. Now, and the only reason why he's so low on my list is because at least he was apprehended.
If you get apprehended, then
At least they had some sort of control over him. But he was a scary motherfucker.
I never got into those movies that much, so it didn't really do much for me.
Hello, Clarice.
Yeah, I know. With a nice
After he
Chianti.
was apprehended.
What?
I know he was. He did. Yeah, I know. He did terrible things while he was incarcerated. But at least the rest of society had a shot. Yeah, didn't he kill a guard and take his face?
Yeah,
I mean that was in the movie anyway. I don't know how much close that is.
Nice Chianti.
A nice Chianti.
Oh, fucking A. Talk about a sick motherfucker.
That was yours, right?
Yeah.
Jay, you're number 9?
Some people probably think this guy's funny, but he always creeped me out and something about it. But the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of funny.
It just always creeped me out.
Didn't creep
he was
me out,
funny,
but-
but just something about him always was like
The little bits
It's a little
used to
creepy.
freak me out, though.
right. It's what I mean. The
bits used to get me.
Yeah.
I'll never forget
That's what I'm
that
talking
one.
about more than anything. Not the
It
little.
was a Twilight Zone, and he was on a plane, and there was that thing on the wing.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Was that the movie?
I don't know.
That was the
I think
movie.
it was
I
the
think.
movie.
the movie, yeah.
That was the movie.
That one freaked me out.
Well, it also freaked out because the actor and the little girl or something, they died in that accident filming it. So that made it even more creepier.
Yeah, something was creepy going
Yeah.
on.
So yeah.
My number 9 is Jack Torrance. The Shining. Johnny.
Here's
Johnny. Yeah, Jack Nicholson in that is just so excellently fucking insane.
Yeah.
You know, and that's always good when you get a good character. An unpredictable, insane character is always a frightful, beautiful thing. And that movie, just in general, is frightening. Your number 8? Juan?
Annie Wilkes.
Misery.
Yeah.
For Misery. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I watched that, and that dude was getting better, ready to get out, and she fucking broke.
No, you're not.
It's pretty bad.
No, you're not.
That's a whole different level
Did you ever
of
think
incarceration.
So did you ever that ever run through your mind when the girl was like, I want to tie you up? Especially some of the ones you've had. There are a couple you've had that I wouldn't be surprised if they would have done that to you.
And there's quite a few that I would never allow them to tie me up.
Hopefully we're talking about the same ones.
Right.
Jay, you're number 8?
Safe word.
My safe word's pineapple. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
My safe word's pineapple. Woo! Pineapple. Pineapple juice.
My number 8's Jason Voorhees.
Voorheesville. That's I've been waiting all day for that.
Jason Voorheesville.
That's how they got the name.
That's right. That's right.
And of course, the name of the lake too is just always makes it more creepier. Camp Crystal Lake.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Camp Crystal Lake. Oh shit!
No shit.
Something wrong. Yeah, something wrong. My number 8 is Norman Bates. Mother,
Master Bates.
Master Bates.
Master Bates. Mother. Yeah, the whole thing that even made that the creepiest is that the whole mother part of it in that house.
Creepy.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that's some serious fucked up shit.
Creepy motherfucker.
Yeah. John, you're number 7.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this one. Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I don't know.
about. Yeah, I saw the
this
movie.
guy.
Yeah, with the things in his eyes.
His eyes are on the palms of his
It
hands.
looks like you when you do with your ball.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah.
I saw the picture, but I don't know him
Yeah.
in the movie.
It's
That's
creepy.
that whole movie's kind of creepy.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy. Everything's
Creepy.
Everything's creepy about it.
Jay, you're number 7.
His ball sack skin. You know what I mean? his whole body, all the skin on his body looks like ball sack. It's creepy. Ball sack. So wrinkly and loose.
No more for me, thanks. I'm driving.
Oh no!
Too good. Too good. Ow.
I wonder if the creator said,
creepy as shit.
"We got to make an ugly man. He got to look like a ball sack." Okay, I'm done.
He's joking around. Feels so good when he jokes.
Jay, you're number 7.
Cujo.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Think about Doggy.
Doggy dog.
Didn't forget about the doggy.
Can't forget about
Doggy.
the dog.
Doggy.
Yeah, ugly old
Doggy. Doggy.
Mean old
St. Bernard, wasn't it?
bitch, ain't
Yeah,
you?
I think it was actually. Yeah, that's what they said. Like one of the cutest dogs in the world.
Right,
They
yeah.
made it into
Made it into a
sadistic killer.
Oh. What do we have to 7? That was a Stephen King too, right?
It was. Yep.
Yeah.
That was my 7.
Okay. My number 7 is Alice Cooper.
Nah.
He frightened
Super duper Alice Cooper.
you? Does he frighten you?
It's pretty creepy shit when you
Watch
know
the whole show.
when you darken the lights and put on Welcome to My Nightmare from that whole part with the Steven. Boom, boom, boom,
Steven.
do, 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 do,
You know
do,
who I'm
do,
talking
do,
about.
do, 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 do.
Steven.
Yeah. Alice Cooper shit's some pretty spooky shit.
Cinematic.
What?
Cinematic.
Cinematrix?
Cinematic. Right?
Cinematic.
You're into cinema. Very cinematic.
You're number 6,
I thought you were
Jay.
going to Greece there for a second.
Grease lightning.
Automatic.
Norman Bates.
Mother.
Yeah, he's creepy.
Norman.
Didn't he put a little hole in the wall so you can watch?
And he was also his mother.
Did he?
So,
Oh yeah, he was. That's
Yeah.
right. I haven't seen that in forever. That's one I gotta rewatch.
Yeah, that's a
rewatch.
It's a creepy.
Jay, you're number 6.
I totally forgot about the birds. That was creepy.
Birds don't bother me.
Yeah, when there was 100 fucking million of them.
That doesn't make me. It doesn't scare me. Make me creepy. If you know, I'm just don't want to be around them.
Ann Wilkes. Or Annie Wilkes.
Yeah.
Annie Wilkes Misery.
Yeah, she's creepy.
Yeah.
Annie, get your mallet.
Bam! That was fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
Can't say any more about that.
I'm not going to say any more about that. That's all I have to say about that. My number 6 is who John's going as Halloween. The Demon.
That's
Gene
right.
Simmons. Yep.
I gotta stretch the tongue. It's not getting
Yeah.
there. I don't want to touch
The tongue extension.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, when they put him up there to do God of Thunder and he's got that green light on him, spitting
Rock
blood,
and roll.
spitting blood and spitting fire.
I need some blood spitting pills.
He's the demon. Blood spitting pills. John, you're number 5.
Jason Voorheesville.
Voorheesville. Well, that's a third Jason, so we got a third one on that.
Yeah.
Jay, you're number 5.
I'm going with. I'm gonna go Norman Bates there.
Is that
Everybody a little Master Bates.
you? Yeah, you had him too, right?
I did.
Yep.
Oh, everybody's got a little Norman.
Yeah, a little Norman.
Well, everybody's got a little Norman in them.
Stormin' Norman.
Yeah. And obviously John doesn't have this one, but Jay had it right off the rip, and I go, no, my number 5 is Jaws.
Yeah.
Brucey.
Yep.
Brucey.
I mean,
I would
fucked me up.
That's not a. I wouldn't even get that in a trivia question. What's?
Oh, I didn't know that
Jaws?
either until Jay just said it.
I
But
would have never.
I just came across it in research. I just had put Jaws down, and then one of the other lists.
That's why we got to get
my beloved
competition. That's what. That's what.
my beloved older brother decided to show me that the night before going up to the Thousand Islands with my parents. I wouldn't even go in the fucking pool.
No, yeah, right. Me too.
Yeah.
That's why I was afraid to go in the pool.
I was attached
pool
to
with
my
it.
mother. That's the first and only time I saw her come back home and yell at Raj because I totally ruined the whole fucking week we were up there because I was freaked out.
Roger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That fucked me up.
Yep. He got yelled at for that one. Fucked me up.
Good.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
There it is. John, you're number 4.
Mike Myers. Because he had little to say, and there
Halloween's
used to be
the best.
There used to be a Mike Myers. I think Jeff owned it,
Yeah.
and we used to go through drive-throughs with it.
You know where they
all
made
kinds of stuff.
you know where they
Yeah, it
made
was
that
a lot of
mask?
fun.
You know the mask the original mask they used in Halloween, what it was? It was a Captain Kirk mask. So it was a William
I do
Shatner
remember.
mask.
Yeah, it was a William Shatner.
The original one
I do
was,
remember seeing that.
So the one he wears
Funny.
in that movie is a William Shatner mask.
Fucked up.
Yep.
That's like need to get classical mask.
No, well, I think that movie is the best horror movie, and it's by far not the goriest at all.
No.
But it's just so
Creepy.
psychologically
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, I think that
They
agree.
played it so because it's like everybody's neighborhood. So you
Yeah.
just felt like it could be
Oh,
out
definitely.
outside your
Could be
house.
any place,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the looking through his eyes and it's
Yeah,
just amazingly fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. That one. That's why it's up on my top there. Top
Yeah.
4.
Jay, you're number 4?
My number 4 is Reagan McNeil, The Exorcist.
Oh, was that the girl?
The girl who was possessed.
Yeah, that's creepy.
That is creepy.
That is creepy.
Yeah, disturbing.
Freaks me out every time I see it.
Yeah,
Very disturbing.
that is creepy. I agree.
Pea soup.
Oh, nasty motherfucker.
What do we got? 4?
4.
And listen, I have different vampires on my list in the top 5 especially, so I'm going to they're particular. It's not just Dracula. Every Dracula. Mine is Dracula for number 4, but it's Gary Oldman's Dracula from Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yep.
Very underrated and creepy.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Oh yeah, that's a good one actually.
Yeah, very scary and creepy. Gary Oldman was awesome in that.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Matter of fact, the only thing that made that from being a great movie is Keanu Reeves, because he was pretty terrible in it.
Yeah, I remember something was wrong with that. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves was.
He's just Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he was. It was just
Keanu
kind
Reeves.
of like, you know, this guy's supposed to be from the 1700s. He's like, bro, you know.
Yeah.
He hadn't got to the point
Yeah.
where he had separated himself
Right.
from that Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the other actors were a little bit, you know, you give or take, but
Yeah.
Gary Oldman was spectacular.
No, yeah, that was awesome.
Spectacular. John, you're number 4? No, 3.
It.
Pennywise.
Clown. Yeah.
Clowns don't freak me out, so it didn't really.
Freaks some people out. Doesn't
yeah.
freak me out too much, but if there is a clown that freaks me out,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah. It was a little creepy.
And that's the only one I haven't done yet is a creepy clown. I'm due for a creepy clown. I am definitely due.
John's due for a creepy clown.
I'm still.
We'll send you to see Linda's sister because she freaked the fuck out just on regular Happy Clowns.
I'll make that special. I'll
Yeah.
make that special visit.
Some people don't like clowns.
I know.
A lot of people
Some
don't.
people are
That's
very, very scared of clowns. Not just a little.
Yeah, a lot. There's not like I'm a little freaked out by clowns. It's usually either you like them or you think they're
Yeah.
dumb or they don't bother you or you fucking just
Yeah.
freak you out.
Yeah. And
Send in
it's
the
actually
clowns.
hilarious. How many people have you met? It's like fucking hilarious to see
Yeah.
somebody super creeped out. And it could be a happy clown.
Yeah, oh no, it's
Like
anything,
Ronald
yeah.
McDonald can fucking creep some anti-clown people out.
Going to see Kiss must freak them the fuck out.
I'm sure. Jesus.
Jay, you're number 3?
Michael Myers.
I have to buy a new Michael Myers mask because that's a great
Did
mask.
you have one?
No. I used to use Jeff's. It was Jeff's.
So if you just bought one at all, it would be new.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you didn't have to
my
put.
brand new-
Buying a new one
No, I didn't
would
do it again.
It would indicate that you had one before.
I'm pretty sure the old
Sure,
one was Jeff's.
Yeah, probably. No, that creepy bastard. Jay.
Michael Myers was me.
Oh, that was you.
3. Yep.
My number 3 is Count Orlok from Nosferatu.
Orlok from Nosferatu.
Yes. That is like the original, I mean, super creepy shit. And from what I've read, when they filmed that back in, what was that, like the 1920s or something?
Yeah, it's early. Yeah.
Early 1900s.
Yep.
He was like, they didn't have to do a lot of makeup. He was already pretty fucking ugly, and he was really fucking weird. Like he would
was already
basically,
sucking on people's
yeah,
throats.
yeah. Like he pretty much thought he was a vampire. So that's how fucked up it is. But he's like, that's like serious, spooky, chilly shit.
I don't know why that show from last night.
Oh, John, you're number 2.
Chucky. That fucking doll's creepy. That's a creepy. That creeps me out. Because
Hold it. We're not going through NFL coaches
Just 'cause
here.
he's a Raiders coach.
That's a creepy doll. I tell you, for sure.
It is.
Is that because you're just a Raiders fan and wanted to put him up the top?
Nope. I think that doll's creepy.
It doesn't believe the doll thing. I couldn't get into a doll attacking me.
Well, that's what I
don't know.
That's what I find more funny to me. Anyway.
And especially because we're NFL fans and you see Gruden and you're like, it's fucking Chucky, man. So that makes it even more funny.
There was a different Gruden that had some trouble.
He got fired.
Yeah.
That's not trouble. He got fired.
He gone.
You going. Jay, you're number 2?
Hannibal Lecter.
Chianti.
Yeah. This guy just creeps me out.
He creeps him out. My number 2 is Michael Myers.
All right.
I mean, like I said, that movie is definitely the best horror movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
John, you're number 1.
You're number 1.
Number 1.
it's funny you guys both said it like that because doing my research, there's a Asian version of this.
Oh, I knew you were going to pick that one.
That is supposed to be even creepier, but I haven't seen it. But anyway, I'm taking Samara from The Ring.
The Ring, yep.
That fucking movie creeped me out. It's the last scary movie I've watched. That's the one I said I'm all done.
The Ring.
I'm all done with it. I went out. I remember I watched it. I was living at Northway 11. I watched it because the ex-wife liked horror movies, so we watched it. And I went outside. I used to smoke the pipe at that time, and I went outside and I'm looking under cars and I'm looking around corners. I was completely fucking freaked out.
I watched it because the kids watched it, and of course they got freaked out by it. It didn't really bother me.
But
if you remember the old house, going from the house all the way out to the horse barn,
yeah,
in the dead of winter,
it's
when
creepy
it's like
on a regular day.
So you're going out there. It's a full moon, and it's really cold, and you get the cold and everything. So I'm going out with Rachel, and I'm like, we're going out to do the horses, clean out their stalls, feed them or whatever. And we're going out there and we're talking and we're like, I understand. Yeah. And she just, oh my God, I'd never seen a child just almost fall down and cry because she was so freaked out.
I do not like that one.
It didn't bother me much, but I think different things bother different people.
Right. The Jaws. I'm less affected by the Jaws than you two were. For sure.
The Jaws. Depends on what they're clamping down on.
Did you ever see Laura Croft? She just punches that shit in the nose and they go away.
But this was Jaws. This was Brucey, damn it. Jay, you're number one?
Yeah, but Laura Croft.
Samara Morgan, too.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah.
I
shit creeps
had
the
another
fuck
one
out
that
of
I
me.
was... I kind of ran out of space, so I got fucked up. I got to do this at that time. But, yeah. Samara Morgan.
Yeah.
Well,
I ran into an Asian one. Apparently, that was supposed to be even scarier.
The Ring was a remake of the Asian movie.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
My number one is Kurt Barlow.
Beat me up, Scotty.
No. From the 1979, he was the vampire in Salem's Lot.
Oh.
Type that in there, in your thing.
Boop, 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 boop.
I believe you.
They got a good video. They got a good video on it. The creepiest part that freaked me out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, later.
Yeah. As a kid, again, creepiest. It was a mini series on TV. It was Stephen King's second book was Salem's Lot, and it was the first one. It started off his whole thing with mini series on television, and it's just creepy as fuck.
Creeps me the fuck.
Yeah, creepy as. Well, I watched it even upstairs, and I knew it was coming.
Shit.
I watched the clip, and I knew it was coming. It still made me go, yeah, freaked me out. So that is our top 10.
Bum bum bum.
Da, da, da.
Don't you have some music at the end of this?
No. That is our top 10 creepiest / scary
honorable
characters.
mentions.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Damien Thorne from The Omen.
The Omen, yeah.
That was one of my Leatherface.
Leatherface. Yeah, I almost put him on this list.
What about the house from what's the one with the house there? It was done in the 70s, and they remade
This Old
it
House?
with Ryan. The one with Ryan Reynolds there, Amityville Horror.
Oh, Amityville Horror. Shit, I forgot about that.
I mean, that's a whole fucking house.
Yeah.
That's a whole. I'll tell you what. I'll give you one that freaked me out as a kid. As a kid watching Buck Rogers.
Bitty bitty bop.
Yeah. Bitty bitty buck. Hiya, Buck. They had an episode with a vampire, and the vampire himself didn't, but instead of turning into a bat, he was just like a little red ball because it's a space vampire.
Space vampire.
So again, my wonderful brother, who I loved and entrusted so
Son
much,
of a bitch, Raj. What are you fucking doing to Bob,
went
man?
and got a. If you remember, we had the big sliding glass door. went and got I don't know, something that was some kind of red shirt or something, and put a flashlight and went outside and did that while he left me inside and scared the shit out of me and went running upstairs.
What the fuck, Raj?
Yeah. Oh, he loves scaring the shit out of fucking
What, he
people.
laughed his ass off?
Oh, he was probably not only that. I did the stupid thing by going to my father's room, and when he found out, he laughed his ass off. My mother was the only one that consoled the poor child. Yeah, we could get basically, if you were a fucking child thrown into our fucking house, you were pretty much chum in the water.
I'm trying to picture your dad.
Oh, he loved that.
What did he do again?
Yeah, he loved that stuff.
What did he do?
My sister-in-law Gail. This is before I was born. I guess the dog, when the German Shepherd decided to take a dump in her shoe,
and impeccable ability for that.
She would. I guess her and my brother had. This is when they were dating, and they had some fight or something, and she was just all in one of those hysterical, and put it on and shit in the shoe and just freaked her out. And my dad just sat there and laughed because he just made it. Other people's misery made my father laugh. Harmless misery. Let's leave it that way. Made him
poop in the shoe.
Yeah. That. Yeah. Any other honorable mentions, Jay?
I had the xenomorph from Alien.
Oh, is that the alien?
Yeah, the alien.
I did consider the alien.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
that was a little creepy.
These are honorable mentions. Pinhead.
I thought about
Saw movies.
Predator.
Saw.
Yeah, the Saw movies.
What's the guy's name from the Saw movies?
The puppet.
Well, the guy who. I just thought that was a fucked up premise, being locked in and having to cut your fucking body part.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, the first one. I mean, the first one you watch, you're just like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
half of me was, this is ingenious but sick.
Mm-hmm. That's basically all I had.
You know, it's not creepy. It's scary, but in I guess a different way. The movie Seven was brilliant. I thought.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, especially with especially when the guy with all the he had all the, what do you call it, air fresheners in that room, and they shine the light and they think, checking out if he's alive or not, or they think he's dead. And he goes,
I haven't seen that in forever either.
Oh yeah, that's
a to watch.
That is the only movie that I remember as an adult squirming in my chair in the movie theater because you didn't know what was going to come next.
Yeah,
that one was pretty.
That was a little fucked up.
yeah, that was a little fucked up.
That was like the 7 deadly sins, right?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. What's in the box? What's in the box?
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, sloth. Yep, they had it tied to the refrigerator. Yeah.
A lot of fucked up things.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fucked up things in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
A lot of fucked up things. Whoever thought of that kind of shit, I really don't want to run into in a dark alley. Oh, we forgot one. Where is it?
What?
This is my boomstick.
Ash. Yeah, I did run across that.
I don't think he.
It did come up.
Creepy, but
he was number one. And I did 100 creepy characters. I went through it. He was number one. I'm like, he's not creepy.
Yeah, no, he doesn't make me squirm.
He was awesome.
No, he was awesome. That's pillow talk, baby.
Yeah,
just pillow talk, baby. It's good to be the king. Groovy.
Boomstick.
Yeah.
This is my boom.
That's when you always got to break out every once in a while.
Yeah.
Classic.
Everybody needs a boomstick.
All right, let's get out of here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to.
That's all, folks.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
That's Ash, actually, the Screwheads.
Yep.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com and our YouTube channel, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram and Facebook Live.
And on our Facebook page, Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick.
And for all your rock and roll needs, go to 151online.com. You interrupted me every other time. Come on, asshole.
Nah, I didn't.
He's done. Here you go.
We're playing the Heritage on November 27th, night before Thanksgiving. Come check us out. We're playing there 8 to 12. We have a new bass player, so we're locked and loaded and ready to go. And we have other dates. You go to 151online.com and check it out.
Oh, yeah, definitely more to come.
All right.
Jay, what did you learn?
Not to bring a mask to the Halloween thing because it's too fucking hot. Of these lights.
John, what did you learn?
That you surprised me so many times with I should have a word of the day, so I had one and you didn't use it.
Save it for next time.
So that's what I learned.
Shit.
And I learned that Club Super Sex is back and we need to find it.
That's right. We're going to go.
I don't know. Not if it's...
Come on
Apparently
along.
it's right here.
Not unless it's...
Come on along to Club Super Sex.
Come on along. Come on along, Alea.
Boom, boom, boom.
Come on along.
All right.
You are creepy as shit.
We'll do a conga line.
Yeah.
And an hour and a half later, we're saying goodnight.
Oh.
Say goodnight, guys.
Good
night, guys.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.
Well, good night.
Ah, fuck you.